Oh my god, guys, we got the Borderlands 4 gameplay reveal trailer. So Anthony and his son teamed up to try and decipher this. I don't know that he's got everything right, because even he has some questions about some of the things that he's got on here. But it says, invader cut me open, I died, and that's just the start. Now my knife is redly suddening. Yeah, which that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She saw right through me and into you, his hand on your neck, rip it out from the roots. And later on, he has his cipher, and he says, this one says, now it says it's your turn. Time kept is brain lost. He's not sure on this one. And this one says, you're gonna like what comes with it. Calling me interested in that one. He says him and his son spent way too much time figuring this out. Super fun. Grateful to Gearbox for giving fans something to do beyond watching the trailer. And then here's his cipher and his key. Here's the direct link to his Twitter if you guys want to go like check all this out for yourself. This is something I actually found after I recorded the stream, and because the stream that you're watching the highlights of happened live over on my Twitch channel and also on my secondary YouTube channel. But we discovered this. Lazy Data was the first person I saw that pointed this out. This character has these stupid baggy pants, but they got these hoses coming out of them. But Lazy pointed out maybe those are MALIWAN heavy pants, because she also has on these bulky ass gloves, huge bulky orange pants, gloves, and all that good stuff. But I think that she almost looks more like these concept designs from the Borderlands 3 art book that came out a while back. You can see that there's hoses that go into the pants here and here, and then we had this other, you can see the knee pads again, and on this one you can see that there's like a chest plate and even the little pack thing like she has on her back, which you can barely see here. And this might be the same pack style as what you get here. It's hard to tell because on hers it was at an angle, but that gives you an idea of potentially this might be another like soldier type, because as Schroeder points out here, Roland was Crimson Lance, Axton was Dahl, Mose was Vladov. So shoot, why not have this new character be MALIWAN, former MALIWAN soldier? And I'm going to go out further on a limb and say, what if she's a TRAUNT? Because the TRAUNT boys, they were MALIWAN soldiers, and we don't know who else was in their family. So what if she's actually a TRAUNT? That would be pretty crazy if you ask me, but so I guess we'll see. Another interesting that was pointed out to me by a Sergeant Packet over on my Discord server. He says two things that I've not seen anybody talk about in Borderlands 4 videos since we got the new trailer. Number one, when we see the timekeeper for the first time in the trailer, part of the music seems to be mixed backward. I reversed the whole video and that part sounded normal. I think that's a hint the timekeeper can reverse time. This is similar to the music clues in Inception, they say. And that's a pretty interesting point. I hadn't actually even noticed the sound change there toward the end. We kind of already suspected that the timekeeper could maybe play around with time. And number two, when the heavy character throws a grenade before wielding the fire and ice axes toward the end when we see the grappling hook, it seems that the grenade is not only a singularity, but is also slowing time for the affected enemies. Watch the alien on the left seems to be falling in slow motion, but the video and the main character's movements are not slowed. So this is in slow-mo. They throw that. Seems like the enemy itself slows down or maybe even freezes in place there with the singularity. Another thing that I wanted to point out, and I saw this on Reddit, is that the actual throwing item right there, you can actually see that it has Jacob's design on it. And it looks like a knife or like a throwing blade, but it also acts like a grenade because when it hits the ground, it does a singularity effect. So it's possible that there's either throwing knives in the game, or the sticky grenades are sticky because they literally impale themselves into the ground. It's hard to say for sure, but what happens when this thing hits the ground is it definitely does what looks like a singularity effect. But yeah, it's hard to tell if this is supposed to be a grenade or some other interesting effect, but you can clearly see that it's stuck in the ground there. Here's the Vault Hunters that we've seen so far. All of them have something on their left arm, and this guy has like the, what would you call that, like an exosuit or an exoskeleton, and it seems like it's part of all of like even on his legs. But the things on their wrists, like this guy, see how it has this shape right here? But I would assume that's how they do grapple and maybe some other stuff with their left hand. And this guy, I mean, he kind of gives me like Zane vibes, but like base game basic outfit Zane. What if their look is totally customizable at launch? I mean, obviously, like you'll be able to change like their outfits and stuff, but what if you can choose like other aspects of them? like we could with Wonderlands. I mean, that's a possibility as well, right? Wait a second. I didn't notice this before. You guys see that on his forehead? You probably can't. It's not, okay, never mind. It's not the same thing as Axton's. I thought it was like the Axton marks for like, you know, your rank or whatever. Dude, this thing back here almost looks like a death trap. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. I didn't notice this originally either. Okay, so I did notice the Siren character in the background, right? And I noticed that this thing was behind her originally, and well, not originally, but in like the next shot coming up. And also I noticed the door said nope, just like Ava's shirt thing in Borderlands 3. But look, this guy over here is turned to face this thing, which lends credibility to my theory that this chick is like a beast master or can control animals of some sort. In the comic books, some of you guys may have never read the comic books. In the comic books, Tate, aka Asha, has the powers. She says, "My name isn't Tate, it's Asha. I'm a siren." And Lilith goes, "I'm not alone." And she says, "I'm able to control the beast of any planet." And she tells those beasts to fly home. So as you can see, she glows purple, whereas Commandant Steel, let's find... So her tats look like a dark navy blue compared to Maya's like lighter blue. I think what we're seeing is the 6th Siren, right? So from Hearth Mills, the current Siren lore that we know is Phase Walk from Lilith, Phase Lock from Maya, which transferred to Ava, Phase Trance, which is Amara, and she has like a variety of things underneath the Phase Trance, right? Phase Leech, which was Nereid, and then went to Tyreen and Troy. And then you have Phase Shift, which was Angel, and then went to Tannis. Yeah, Queen Dido, whose powers we don't know, that then transferred to Commandant Steel, and then went to somebody, which we would assume would be this character. And then you got the 7th Siren that they told us not to find, which might be, it's not the Timekeeper, right? Hold on. So what's the lore with the Timekeeper too? Let's take a look at that. The Siren looks a lot like Ava. No. Well, so there was a lot of speculation that it could be Ava. It's definitely not. Gearbox is 100% confirmed it's not Ava. That was something that I also didn't get to include in my video, but they 100% confirmed that this is not Ava. So we think the bad guy is AI Jack. I don't think so. I think so. It's very clearly the Timekeeper. His name is the Timekeeper. Somebody in my YouTube comment said that it's going to be Roland. That's not, no. So if Nereid mentions the Timekeeper, and Nereid lived well before we met Tyreen and Troy and all these other characters, then I don't think there's any chance that this is anybody other than just the Timekeeper. And there's no, like, he's not gonna take off his mask and be like, "Haha, I was Jack the whole time, motherfucker."
Boo, you whore.
No, I think very clearly this is the Timekeeper, and that's all there is to it. I don't think it's gonna be anything but he's the Timekeeper. Oh, another thing that got pointed out, and this happened on Twitter well after I'd already posted my video, is somebody had talked about how this vault is not made of rocks. It looks like it's very much like made out of metal, and it's like an actual structure. And then Randy Pitchford responded to them and says, yeah, also notice it's glowing yellow and not purple, because it normally vaults glow purple, right? So yeah, most vaults will glow purple on the inside, and then they're always like rock. His eyes are glowing yellow as well. So he's doing this, whatever this is, like charging the vault or something. Your guess is the Timekeeper wanted to create a vault, but couldn't successfully on Elpis, or until Elpis came along. Maybe Elpis is like giving him more power. Maybe Elpis with all that iridium. Oh shit, I didn't think of that. So yeah, so my initial thought was that the lady whose hand we saw at the beginning of that trailer was going to be the 7th Siren, who we weren't supposed to find. Do you think that she is a Siren? And if so, we didn't see any Siren marks on her, but it looked almost like she had like complete coverage on her body too. Maybe her and the Timekeeper couldn't really do anything because they didn't have iridium. Maybe that planet was just completely tapped of iridium, but when Lilith brought Elpis to them, all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, we got some powers again. Because you know Sirens need iridium to charge up and stuff, right? Lilith, once again, Lilith f***s up. So I'm guessing okay, what if she is a Siren, and what if she has the ability to enchant items or something like that to take control of people? I don't know. I'm confused too, man. It almost looks like he's been like put together. And then later on we see another one that has like where he's been like to the morgue, you know, and he's like got the full cut. The reason I think that she can enchant objects is, you know, she can control these giant arm things. She grabs the mask, slaps it on, and all of a sudden their eyes start glowing red and she has control over them, you know. It's like, yeah, we don't get to see any Siren type glow on her whatsoever. Like her entire body is like cybernetic, it looks like. But look right there, you can very clearly see it right there. Massive scarring there, and again it looks like something around his neck, or I don't know. Oh, hold on, wait a second, here in the front. Hold up, wait. It goes fast. Okay, it's gonna be like in front of her. So these two figures and that figure, dude, hold on. Like my initial reaction was that this figure here, it's a female and it's not a bandit or a psycho. Yeah, my first reaction was Tyreen, an undead Tyreen or reanimated Tyreen. Ooh, what if she can revive the dead? Dude, I wish there wasn't motion blur on that shit. Yeah, my initial reaction was that was Tyreen, and I thought that the person here was somebody too, but I can't tell. Hold on, this might be our best non-blurry look right here. I don't think it's Tyreen after zooming in like this. I don't think it's Tyreen, but she's very clearly a different type than the others. And Epic NG pointed this out too. We can actually see the Siren tattoos are going up her neck a little bit further than what they did in that other picture of her. This to me looks like that almost looks like a Meteor barrel launcher, but that's shooting out lasers. But with her action skill being active, and I noticed that there's a scrack back here and a bat looking thing back here. I'm wondering if she is Asha from the comics. Purple glow as well, and Asha can control the beast of any planet, which I think could be crucial for the story here, and being able to control the beast of the planet. Yeah, man, there's a lot. There's so much. Like, we could sit here all day like looking at this stuff and never like truly figure it all out, right? Is it possible the Ripper clan is just obsessed with tearing their own flesh to impact? That is possible. Hold on, let's look at Captain Flint. That would be maybe why oh shit, hold on, wait. Captain Flint has glowing red eyes, and he's part of the Ripper clan, as in Flesh Ripper, according to Claptrap. Huh. I mean, we might be onto something here. So Claptrap says, be careful taking down Boom Boom. Oh, wait, so Boom Boom's part of the Ripper clan, as in Flesh Ripper. I don't have to tell you why they're called that. They're called that because they rip people's flesh off. Okay, so hold on. Do they have glowing red eyes? Can't tell, they're wearing things that cover their eyes. So you don't know. But Flint is part of the Ripper gang too. So how did this part of the Ripper gang get stuck on Pandora, and the other part of the Ripper gang is on, what's the other planet called? Comatose? Can't remember, dude. Kairos. Thank you, Don. Cheerios. Yes, that sounds right. Whew, yeah, I feel like at this point I need to do a full playthrough of Borderlands 1. I think I would just do normal mode on Borderlands 1, normal mode on Borderlands 2, normal mode on the pre-sequel, normal mode on Borderlands 3, and just try and experience the story as much as possible and find like any references we can. We'll pick up all the Nereid logs in Borderlands 3, because this is where we're gonna get most of the information, I think. Do them in chronological order, yeah. So in this trailer, we see like things fall from the sky. You think these are the masks? I think these are the masks falling to the earth. Now, where did the masks come from? Did they fall off of Elpis? Like, okay, yeah, they have to be masks because they're landing in these craters, and then that's what the chick walks up and picks up. She walks over or floats over and finds in the crater one of the masks, and she reaches in, picks it up, and that's really all we got out of that. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. I don't know, dude. How did Lilith accidentally phase shift there? So that goes back to another one of the Nereid logs. Let me find my video on that, because I literally play every Nereid log. What I have actually discovered is this voice line when you are doing the proving grounds.
Vault Hunter, I thought you were your simulator. Some not your species. I'm curious. The vault has been opened, and it has been released. Prove your work, and I will reveal what masters may be
Oh shit. So we were right. I was right about this. The Vault of Vaults has been opened and it has been released. They're talking about the Timekeeper. There you have it. I think that is actually what has happened. Hold on, what did they say at the end?
It has been released. Prove your worth, and I will reveal what the masters made you wait for.
There you have it. And prove your worth, and I'll show why the masters may wait for you. Even when one passes, a new siren receives her marking. She always finds her way to the sisterhood. It seemed to be the will of the universe that sirens be together, our lives entwined like an unseen braid. So it might be that when Lilith did her thing, she didn't have any idea where she was actually going, and she just got drawn to the seventh siren. Yes. Okay. Hold up. Shut up, music. Elpis is a key that opens the vault. So I think, again, I said this earlier, but I'm like 97.8% certain at this point that when Lilith moved Elpis to this other planet, it unlocked the vault, which let loose the Timekeeper. Yeah, on Kairos. Yeah, opened up the vault there and allowed dude out. Allowed the Timekeeper out. I've seen the Guardians change their own bodies, lengthening their blades or strengthening their armor as they require. I wonder how far they might change themselves now in the absence of their makers. Okay, this might be a little juicy for the lady that we see in the trailer. Is she maybe a Guardian? Is that why she's fighting the Timekeeper? And has she changed her body, lengthening blades, armor? Is she perhaps a Guardian? Oh ho ho ho. I don't think that we've seen the seventh siren. I think that the lady is a Guardian, but maybe she is the seventh siren. I don't know. Here's the Watcher one. There was a single Guardian present when I killed the Iridians. It stood and watched from above us in that mechanical crypt. I feared and perhaps hoped that it would seek to avenge them and strike me down, but it made no motions to save its life. Givers as they died, it merely watched. Before I can put my fractured mind to rest, I must pass along one more warning. You must never find the seventh. Nereid is not the seventh siren, and I think that the seventh siren is going to be on Kairos. Hey, look, I remembered the name of the planet, guys. Go me. I don't know if it's the woman that we see in the trailer or if it's going to be somebody else entirely. Honestly, it might be more interesting if that's not the seventh siren that we find there, but it is possible that the woman is a Guardian who's like trying to get the Timekeeper back into the vault where they're supposed to be. So the Timekeeper we will face is the main one, maybe, or is he the seventh? No, he's a vault monster, so he's not a siren. So I'll be honest, when I went to bed last night, I was excited. I was excited about the Borderlands 4 trailer, but I also had like this sense in the back of my mind, like they didn't answer some questions that we have, like end game, raid bosses, loot. Obviously it's real early in the process, so is it fair for me to be like, oh, they needed to have all these things in the trailer? Maybe, maybe not. I think that's one of the things that the fan base wants a good story. I think that's literally the main holdback for Borderlands 3 is the story. People have no idea. Like, there is so many people out there, Borderlands fans, that just don't play Borderlands 3, have never experienced the end game, never done the DLCs because the story was bad, and they are missing out because Borderlands 3 is so freaking good, dude. The end game is great, the balancing is great, the characters are great, the fucking the gear and loot and build and all that diversity is freaking amazing, but the story holds it back. Everybody that's watching today, thank you guys. Okay, all right, love you, bye.